Hello, my name is Rachel and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I basically wanted to talk you through which investment ISA I'm going to be going with in the next financial year. So I've been investing for a couple of years now and have had an investment ISA for the last couple of years, but I want to make a change this year and try something new and see how I get on. So the 5 investment ISAs I'm going to be including in this video are Barclays, Smart Investor, Interactive Investors, Vanguard, Fidelity and Hargreaves Lansdown. Now, just to say, what I plan to do is invest £20,000 in the next financial year, and I will be investing that predominantly in funds. If you're looking for a really good stocks and shares ISA with minimal fees, then you probably should be looking at something like Trading 212 or Free Trade at the moment, because they're probably going to be your most affordable options and will have lots of different stocks and shares for you to buy. But I personally like to invest the bulk of my money into funds, and that is why I'm choosing not to have an investment ISA with Free Trade or Trading 212 this year, because I want to invest in specific funds that are not available on those platforms. So my plan for next year is to invest £20,000 across around 10 different funds. I've already looked at the funds that I would like to invest in. I've done another video on that. If you want to check it out, I'll link it down below. But they're very specific funds and they're not available on all platforms. So I'm also considering that, as well as considering the fees and the annual costs. So I'll break down the annual costs that I would be paying if I were to invest in 10 different funds, £20,000 across a whole year, and then just talk through availability of those funds. So the first one is Barclays Smart Investor. Now, I've actually had an account with Barclays Smart Investor for the last couple of years. I found them to be really good. I basically started investing with Barclays because I read a book years ago called The Naked Trader, which is like a trading investment book, and it recommended Barclays Smart Investor in there, so I chose it based on that. But now I've started to do more investing. I'm looking to try a different investment ISA, but I do think that they are very good. They have good availability of funds. They are a little bit expensive if you've got a small amount of money to invest, because their minimum monthly charge is £4. So if you're only investing a small amount, that can really start to build up over time. But I find that the service is really good, the availability of funds is really good. They have a chat service online that you can use, and I always find that to be really helpful, even if I'm asking silly questions on how to do things. I think it's a great service. So that is who I've had an investment ISA with for the last couple of years, and I'm happy with them, but I would like to kind of try something else now as well. So if you were to go to with Barclays Smart Investor, they would have the funds and the options available. They've got lots of options. Their fees are 0.2% a year or £4 minimum a month, and then there's a £3 fund dealing fee. So they would cost me for the year, if I was to do what I'm planning to do, £78, so not too bad at all. The next one I'm going to talk you through is Interactive Investors. They offer a really good investment ISA, but I am not going to be going with them because their fee is £9.99 a month, which for me would come out at around about £119.88 for the year, so quite a chunk of money, and so for that reason I won't be going with Interactive Investors. I felt like I was saying, for that reason I'm out. It sounds very Dragon's Den. But yeah, I think that they are potentially a really good platform if you've got tons and tons of money to invest. But for me, not right at the moment. The next one is Vanguard, which for funds is very cheap. So your annual fee is 0.15% per annum, and that's capped at £375. And then there's no fund dealing fee if you're going to be investing in funds. So the cost of the year for me, if I was to invest with Vanguard, would be £30, which is awesome, so really low. However, they do tend to not have a huge variety of funds. They're really well established. A lot of people absolutely love Vanguard. I've seen a lot of people have Vanguard accounts and have had really positive experiences with them, but they do not have the funds available that I am choosing to invest in. So similar reasons to why I'm not having an investment ISA with Trading 212 or Free Trade. They just do not have the funds that I want. So a lot of the funds I like to buy are Baillie Gifford funds, and they do not have those. They tend to have their own life strategy funds, which are Vanguard's own funds. and then various other funds, but they don't have the ones I want. If they did have, then I would definitely be going with Vanguard, because £30 a year is awesome for being able to invest £20,000. Really, really good. Just to say, these fees are all the platform fees. Often when you invest in different funds and stocks and shares, there are other fees. So funds will have their own separate fees, which are not being included in this video because they're so different and diverse for the different funds that you select. The next option is Fidelity. So Fidelity's annual fees are 0.35%. They have no fees for funds, so that would be coming in at around £70 a year for me to invest with Fidelity. And Fidelity have tons and tons of options when it comes to investing in funds. They have all of the funds that I am looking to invest in. So Fidelity is coming out really high up for me. Like I said, with Barclays, I'm spending about £78 a year at the moment, and with Fidelity, I'd be spending about 70, so that little bit less. They also have an app, and I would like to try a different service. So Fidelity is certainly an option for me. And then the last one that I'm going to cover is Hargreaves Lansdown. So if I was to invest £20,000 into Hargreaves Lansdown and spread it across 10 different funds, it would cost me 0.45% a year. There's no fund dealing fee, so that would come to a total of £90. Now, Hargreaves Lansdown is definitely the market leader in this kind of platform. They are very well established. I really, really like their website actually. So when I'm looking at different funds and stocks and shares, I find that they have lots of good ways of researching those kind of things. However, that is available to me whether I have an account with them or not. So I could carry on using that if I didn't have the account. And £90, that's coming out a little bit more expensive than the rest, apart from Interactive Investors, which is coming out at nearly £120 a year. So I'm tempted to try Hargreaves Lansdown as well, because they are the leaders in the field. But I think what I'm going to do is go with Fidelity for next year's ISA. I've had a look at the reviews on Trustpilot as well, because obviously I haven't used Fidelity. I don't know anyone that does use them, and they've got kind of 4 out of 5 star reviews. Obviously there's some very good reviews and obviously some not so good ones, but I feel confident in putting my money into Fidelity and seeing how it goes for the next year. I'll continue to keep my Barclays Smart Investor account open as well. And then also my husband lets me make the financial decisions for the family, which is awesome. He lets me do that. So if he opens up an investment ISA next year, we'll see whether he wants to keep that with his existing bank, or maybe he could try one of these other options. If anyone has any opinions on these specific options and what you're investing in, whether you've got an investment ISA with any of these different companies, I would really, really like to hear that and hear your experience of them. I am tempted by Hargreaves Lansdown as well, because I do find their website very easy to use, even though their fees are higher than all of the rest apart from Interactive Investors. Again, Hargreaves Lansdown has all the funds that I'm looking for, and they have lots and lots of availability. As I said at the start of this video, I will not be investing in stocks and shares within this investment ISA, but I'll be holding my Trading 212 and Free Trade accounts open, and they've also got a stake in eToro, but just got them all, just giving them all a go. So I will hold those open for investing in stocks and shares, because obviously they're much cheaper. Trading 212 only has a fee of 0.15% for currency conversion if you're buying in a different currency, but overall very, very cheap. So I will definitely keep those accounts open and keep using them for stocks and shares. But for me, looking at the numbers, if I'm going to be investing £20,000 across 10 different funds, for me, I'm going to be going with Fidelity in the next financial year. The only reason I wouldn't go with them is if anyone has any really strong opinions or lets me know. But overall, I think they look really, really good. And again, I may look at Hargreaves Lansdown potentially for my husband's ISA as well, if he chooses to open one in the next year as well. So that's kind of my thinking at the moment. I think that all of these different platforms offer really great services in different areas. They've all got their strengths in different areas. So I think that if you're choosing one of these, then I'm sure you will do very well. Let me know which of these investment platforms you use. If you use any of them, I would love to hear about your experience. And yeah, any questions, please do let me know. Once I open up this investment account, I will definitely be putting together a portfolio video just to show you exactly how I've broken down my £20,000 in the next financial year. You might be thinking, why is she so bothered about specific funds? But there are some funds that I've been investing in for the last couple of years have performed really, really well for me. So some of them bringing in over 100% in the last year, which has been phenomenal. And so that is why I'm particularly keen to invest in a platform where these funds are available to me, because I want to continue investing in those funds rather than some of the different variants that I've seen are available. For example, the Vanguard ones, which do look very strong and an interesting option, but for me, they're not the ones I want to go with at the moment. But yeah, I am by no means an expert, so please do let me know in the comments down below if you think I am going wildly off. And yeah, I would love to hear your experiences. I hope you're all having a lovely, lovely Sunday, and thank you so very much for watching. Bye bye.